Hand over heart. However you would like to do your affirmation. I am not society script. I am my own definition. I am not of this system, but a flame from God, source, the divine. I don't stress about what I can't physically fix. If it can't be fixed in 15 minutes, I let go of that attachment and I monitor the use of my own energy. Mm, I monitor the use of my own energy. Or somebody else will use your energy. Everything isn't what it seems. Life isn't just what you see in front of you. There is so much more. There is a parallel realm right here. If you could see what I see, things would be so different from the vantage point you see things. Dick Gregory was correct saying once those glasses go on, you can never take them off and you can't put them on no one else. And ignorance is no longer bliss. You see what you see. And people are looking at you like you're crazy, but you see what you see. There are things going on around you that would blow your mind if you saw it. When things get really busy and everyone is focusing on one direction, this is what I need you to do. Focus in the other direction. You're going to see something. That's how they do things. They set something on fire as a distraction. Minnesota was a distraction. Look over here. Keep your ear to what's going on over there, but focus over here. They have secret meetings to whatever they want behind your back. They work for us. I'm trying to figure out when we became so scared about doing what was right. What do you want for your children? And think how you want to finish the last parts of your life after working so hard. Don't you want to enjoy your life instead of chasing it? Just take some moments to breathe and catch yourself in this moment. How do you really feel? Like for real, how do you really feel? Have you written it in your journal? Why or why not? Have you voiced how you are feeling? Or is it pent up in your body? Because pent up emotions turns into disease. Once it's over, will you forget it? It's time to make a decision. What side of history will you be on? Fence sitting time has come to a close. What we do on this earth is affecting the whole universe around us. If you ask, no, no, we're not alone. Be ready. Some will do whatever to stay in the illusion of the past, even selling their freedom. I'm trying to tell y'all. Don't be surprised when the people that you look up to, you start seeing them sell their freedom. Just disconnect. That's why it's important to remove what's not for you anymore. Your life depends on it. Don't forget, whatever you see out there, come home to yourself. And after you center, ask yourself, where is that on the inside of me? Even if it's a little teensy bit, and start knowing your work. Our goal is to heal and help others, but never sacrifice our lives for others. Because when you share your wisdom, it helps me. When I share my wisdom, it helps you. You are important and needed on this earth. Remember this. This is another reset, like what has happened before. Just this time, we notice the things and we awaken to the BS this time. Because 2020 was a reset. You thought we was all in the house for nothing. Mm-mm. It was also to put up those towers, the towers. The symptoms today: crown and third eye wide open, and lots of bodily sensations still going on right now. That's how they're able to keep up with us, because they put up those cameras. Since we was in the house, we weren't able to see what was going on.
Yeah.
Confirmation bird, excuse me. Hmm. It was part of the New World Order, but they have no idea what's coming down the pipe. Hearing God has smiled on me. God has smiled on me. He has set me free. The Mary version. I left the house today to get some things done. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little wary leaving because I was like, I like being in the house. I was like, but I gotta get this done ASAP. So I said, okay. Only way to do it was to leave the house. It was just too funny. I said, God, you funny. The thing is, it took forever to leave the house. And I said, don't panic. Don't overreact. Remember what we used to say. I remember when I was used to be in my old town, it was always overpopulated. And the only reason why it was overpopulated because it's 50 states in the United States, but everybody is in the hub states. Why? Everybody in the hub cities. Why? Why is everybody in Dallas, Fort Worth, Atlanta, Florida, Miami, Louisiana? Why is everybody in those places when we got 50 states that ain't nobody in, and ain't nobody never thought about moving? I'm just saying. So you don't have to have so many people in your space. I'm just saying. And I had to remember slowdowns are God going out to clear the path. That's him sending the angels before me to clear out the path. I couldn't leave the house for nothing. I'm just like, why can't I leave? I'm just trying to leave. Then I said, okay, relax. It's for a reason. This frustration is for a reason. Just chill. So I just chilled and just started meditating and got myself together. And then when I felt good, I just said, okay, let's go. I enjoyed my outside time today in nature, just completely being present. It was beautiful. I mean, I cut off the music, I cut off everything, and I was just like, oh, it's beautiful. I had a meal, and that I didn't have to make in a long time. It was just wonderful. I was just like, oh my God, this is wonderful. I needed this. And it was inexpensive. It was beautiful. I needed that. I needed that. Today I read Ecclesiastes 5. Don't make vows and walk away from them, especially when talking to God. Because, we'll say, okay, God, if you get me out of this, I'm going to do this and this and this. And then you say, and then you're like, I would just, God, once you get out of it, well, God, you don't make vows to God and think you finna get away with that. That's not how that works. Because once you make that vow, just remember, there's a dark side of not keeping that vow, and there's a light side of keeping it. And the dark side is when you don't keep it, now you just open yourself up for the system, for the enemy to make a case against you. And now that's a foothold, a place to the enemy in the system. There's just things to think about, okay? So don't just say things just raggedy out of your mouth, because you may say something. The things that you say because of spiritual law and just spiritual things, you may say something out of your mouth and not realize. Child, why that thing go out so early? That's me, Bella. You may say something and not realize what you just said. You know what I'm saying? You may realize something. You may realize that you said something, and you done set something on fire and not knowing it. I just had to open up my thing because some odd reason my light went out so early. I don't know why that happened, but it did. We're going to keep going. Okay. And as I say, I release and I renounce those vows that were said under fear, shame, guilt, under duress or control. If I say something to God in the universe,